everyone, my name is Thalia and this is another video for 12 days of anime, and today I will be talking about the movie The Wind Rises. So I bought this DVD last week and I watched this not too long ago, and this is the last movie of Miyazaki from Studio Ghibli, and I must say it is good. I'm very pleased with it. I'm glad that I bought it as well, and yeah, it just didn't really disappoint. I thought it would be worse because people were saying like, yeah, it's a good movie, but it's definitely not one of his best. And I do have to agree with that. It is not one of his best movies. There's other ones like Howl's Moving Castle or Castle in the Sky that I like a lot more. But this one was different because it was more realistic and more mature. It is about this guy who really wants to build airplanes, so he also has this idol called Caproni, if I'm not mistaken. He's like a famous engineer and he has these little dreams where he is and the main character, and they kind of talk about like airplanes and all that, and this guy is just crazy about it and it's his really big dream, and this is what the whole story is about, him dreaming about it and actually going after his dream. And it's beautiful to see how he does that and how he is really working hard for it and how interested he is in it. That is very beautiful to see. They really animated that good. And we also see how he kind of grows up. So it kind of starts when he is younger and then he grows up. But I kind of have an issue with like the pacing and the time skips, because sometimes it wasn't very clear, because sometimes it's like he has this job and they say like, oh yeah, you will be transferred, you'll be at this other job, and then bam, he's at the other job already. So that sometimes was like, oh, okay, like I kind of had to think like, wait, is he now further in the future or is that still, yeah, I'm not sure. But it was clear afterwards though, so I guess that was fine. Then also in the story we have this girl. He falls in love with this girl, but for the romance, I'm not too sure either. Like, it is not a fairy tale romance, believe me, because this is not like a fairy tale. Like I said, it's very realistic, very mature, but they fall in love, but that happens only later in the story, which I kind of thought was a shame as well. I kind of wish they would have put that earlier in the story, because it seems like the first half of the story is all about airplanes. He meets this girl because there's an earthquake and they are on a train and he kind of saves them, but afterwards he doesn't see her for a long time. But I guess they were still in each other's minds, but that wasn't really too clear. It was for the girl, I guess, but for the guy, I kind of had the feeling he didn't show too much emotions, and she did. But yeah, anyways, we had that. So the whole airplane thing, then them kind of meeting up, then it was airplanes and work and all that stuff with the main character, and then they meet again because they are at the same hotel. So I was like, whoa, what a coincidence. So they meet again and they fall in love, but it kind of feels forced for me because they didn't really talk or anything. It just seems like they kind of hung out at the hotel throwing like paper planes to each other. It has a really sad touch, this movie, because she is sick and there's like times where she spits like blood and all that stuff, and I was really like, oh, I feel so bad for her, and she shows so much emotions and he doesn't, so I kind of felt bad for that too. But because he does really love her, and you do see that later on, you can kind of say that he got more emotional in a way, because I never thought this guy would cry or anything. It didn't look like he was that kind of guy. But then at the end of the anime, you actually realize that he really loved her and he really wanted to do everything for her. But then again, she was the kind of person who only wanted to see him happy, and that she wanted him to go after his dreams and do what he wants to do, whatever it takes. Overall, this was a very good movie. I just have some small problems with it, but it's not too much, and it's not like it's annoying or anything. I will definitely rewatch this movie, otherwise I wouldn't have bought it. So I'm glad that I did, and I'm glad I'm actually liking it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments if you have seen this movie. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Bye.